How Crawford beats the shit out of him.
Really? Yeah?
Nah, Crawford beats the shit out of him.
Really?
How Crawford beats the shit out of him. Canelo. How Crawford beats the shit out of him.
Really? Yeah?
Now, I'll tell you like this, I mean, the weight division things, you know, about how Crawford beats the shit out of him.
Why do you want to see Crawford beat the ish out of Canelo?
I just hope Crawford beats the shit out of him.
Oh, why? Like, Canelo, is it because of the last fight? Like you haven't been a fan of Canelo, or like, why? Like, you like Crawford that much?
Rolly's face is priceless.
What Canelo did on that day was disrespectful to boxing. It was just simply disrespectful to boxing in every way. Canelo.
Rolando Rolly Romero is hilarious, to say the least. The question is, right, is Rolly's last fight, he has a newfound fame, right? Right? He has a newfound fame. And he shockingly, easily defeated Ryan Garcia last Friday. And he did so dropping Ryan Garcia in the second round. Impressive fashion. He beat Ryan Garcia shockingly as a late replacement, and he was supposed to be a cherry pick, right? In a stair step to Ryan Garcia's mega rematch with Devin Haney in October. It was a foregone conclusion that Ryan Garcia was going to knock out Rolly Romero, at the very least beat him. And Rolly proved the world wrong, shocked the world. And now Rolly has opportunities. He's always had a name. He's always entertaining. And he's a great interviewer. And now Rolly has shocked the world again with his latest statement, where he says that he hopes that the pound for pound king, Terrence Bud Crawford, just whitewashes Canelo Alvarez, beats the brakes off of Canelo Alvarez, as you heard, en route to a victory over Canelo. He said Canelo disrespect the sport of boxing. That's what he said. He said Canelo is disrespectful to the sport of boxing. And that Canelo's approach to the sport of boxing is bad for the sport of boxing. I disagree with Rolly. Styles make fights. Okay? And Canelo Alvarez has always, this is something that people just gloss over. They act like this doesn't exist. Canelo Alvarez has always historically struggled with pure boxers that move. He cannot cut off the ring. That has always been his Achilles heel. From the very beginning, that has always been Canelo Alvarez's Achilles heel. He cannot cut off the ring. He's just not good at it. His feet are slow. He's physically limited. There's nothing he can do about that, right? And so he didn't get better, much better as a fighter from when he lost a dominating performance to Floyd Mayweather. And everybody just chalked it up as he's too young, he's too green, he wasn't ready. Floyd Mayweather was 37 years old. Okay, Floyd Mayweather outclassed and schooled Canelo Alvarez. Canelo was 23, yes. He had 40 plus fights, 5 title defenses, and a unification bout against the second or third best fighter in the division in Austin Trout, who was a slick southpaw who beat Miguel Cotto, who was very confident coming in the fight and was undefeated. So to say that he was green was just an excuse, and everybody took it and ran with it. And or they say, well, you're supposed to lose to Floyd Mayweather. It's Floyd Mayweather, right? But then two fights later, he gets schooled by Erislandy Lara, and once again, people make up an excuse. He won the fight against Lara, and once again, people made up an excuse, and they said, well, that was because Lara was just running. Lara didn't want to engage. Lara was boring, right? So they excused that. Then he lost to Dimitri Bivol. Got outclassed and schooled again. And once again, we made another excuse. Not we, but the boxing world. Well, he was just daring to be great. Completely dismissing the fact that he already fought at 175 and already was a champion at 175, knocking out Sergey Crusher Kovalev. Right? He beat Crusher Kovalev, knocked him out, and won the title. Went back down to 68, came back up to 75, fought Bivol, Dimitri Bivol, got schooled, got outclassed, and once again, they made up an excuse instead of acknowledging the obvious. Right? The common denominator. They all pure boxers. Lara's a pure boxer, Floyd Mills a pure boxer, and Bivol is a pure boxer. They're counter punchers that have high ring IQ, are mobile, and are athletic. He cannot compete against that. Right? But they made an excuse. Well, he was daring to be great, and Bivol was just too big. Okay, then he said he had knee surgery, elbow surgery, and hand surgery. Right? And he wasn't physically at his best. Okay. See, then you look at fights like Caleb Plant and Billy Joe Saunders when he's getting outboxed by these guys, but they succumb to their own shortcomings, which is they both gas out, they both fade in the second half of fights. And he was able to catch up with them. They made mistakes, and he caught up with them in the second half of the fight, both of them. And he knocked both of them out. Took him to the 11th round with Caleb Plant, and I think Billy Joe Saunders was like the 7th round. Right? Billy Joe Saunders leaned into the same area, got caught. Canelo broke his eye socket, and the rest was history. His biggest wins were controversial. And or his opponents succumbed to their own shortcomings. His biggest win, and I'm not disrespecting or discrediting him, I'm just pointing out the truth. The truth is his biggest wins was Triple G. Triple G was coming forward. And it's controversy. The first fight ended in draw. Many people thought Triple G won the fight. The second fight ended with Canelo winning a decision, but many people thought Triple G won that fight. Those are the two fights that he won outside of the fight with Danny Jacobs. And Danny Jacobs just didn't step on the gas, right? And you can see that Danny Jacobs in his performances after that didn't step on the gas. Gabe Rosado fights, just lackluster performances, like Danny Jacobs checked out of boxing. And the Canelo, he got the Canelo payday. He beat Kid Chocolate, and it's like he checked out, man. He got his finances together, his bread together, and Danny Jacobs checked out. He just checked out of boxing for whatever reason. Right? He beat cancer, and just never was committed to the sport of boxing anymore. Just never gave it his all, right? Just lackluster performances constantly, right? So with that said, you look at Canelo's performances. They was lackluster. So William Skull just highlighted the obvious. It wasn't what Canelo didn't do. It's nothing he could do. It's just that William Skull just kept excessively moving, and Canelo can't catch up with him, period. It is what it is. So people are blaming Canelo. Why are we blaming Canelo for the obvious? This has always been who he was. Let's be real. Let's be honest. So that's all I got for y'all, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Let's hope Rolando Rolly Romero wasn't a one-trick pony, because he himself talking about he blaming Canelo and don't like Canelo. Look what you did against Ishmael Barroso. And then you got whitewashed by Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Now, you redeemed yourself against Ryan Garcia, But we got to see if that was an anomaly. Because when you get in there with a boxer who can counter punch, let's see how Rolly responds. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.